Hello viewers, welcome to Joy's Kitchen. I hope you are all doing very good. Today I'm going to show you a very yummy vegetable dish which I call pointed gourd and potato korma. Korma that I'm calling it because it's very less spiced kind of curry, and at the same time it's like very sweet and very flavorful, and this is all vegetarian because I'm using pointed gourd, or in Bengali we call it potol, and a potato. So I'm just using two kind of vegetable, but trust me, it's so good and it's so yummy. So I'm going to show you step by step how I'm going to make my pointed gourd and potato korma. Just stay with me and enjoy the recipe. So I took around 200 gram of pointed gourd here. That's how it looks. Then I took the skin off and then I cut them half, just quite chunky pieces. You can see I just cut them in the middle. That's it. And at the same time I cut some small potatoes, like around 5 to 6 potatoes in the same way, like quite medium chunky pieces. And for the whole spice I'm using 3 to 4 bay leaf, 2 red chili, 3 cinnamon stick, 2 clove, and a few like 5 to 6 raisin. I'm using big raisin, but if you don't have, you can use sultanas or small raisin as well. So these are the spices I'm using, which is whole spice. So in a pan, at first I'm gonna add around 2.5 tablespoons of plain vegetable oil. I don't need too much oil to make. This is very less spiced korma and so flavorful. Very less spiced but really flavorful and so good with plain rice or pilau. Oh. So now my oil is hot, and now I'm going to add all my whole spices, which is bay leaf, red dry chili, 2 clove, and 3 to 4 cinnamon sticks, and some raisins or sultanas. And I'm gonna fry them at least 1 or 2 minutes till they are like spread their flavor in the oil. So you can see raisin gonna give really nice kind of sweetness and stickiness, and trust me, it goes really good. You can think, oh, sultanas with vegetable, but trust me, if you add, you're gonna love it. It's so good. So I'm gonna fry them at least 2 minutes. So after around 2 minutes, you can see my whole spices are ready, and sultanas are quite plump now. So now here I'm gonna add around 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. Sugar is really important. That's gonna give my whole dish a really nice kind of sweetness. It's not gonna be too sweet, but trust me, that's gonna make actually the main taste. So I'm gonna add the sugar now because I'm gonna caramelize this sugar a little bit with these whole spices. Just try to add, just follow my recipe how I'm adding. So now I'm gonna fry this sugar with these whole spices in this oil at least for 1 minute till my sugar is dissolved and caramelized. So my sugar is caramelized now. You can see the oil goes a little bit red, and now I'm gonna add around 1.5 teaspoon of ginger paste. Just plain ginger paste, 1.5 teaspoon. It depends how much you are making. I'm not making too many of pointed gourd, so 1.5 teaspoon should be fine. And I'm gonna fry this ginger with these whole spices for another 1 minute till the raw flavor gonna go. So my spices are ready now, you can see, and now I'm gonna add all my potatoes first. You can see the size of the potato. You need your vegetable need to be a little bit chunky, and they look so pretty. And this dish is amazing. I mean, if you find pointed gourd and cook it like that, trust me, you're gonna be amazed like how delicious this dish is. So I'm gonna fry this potato at least 3 to 4 minutes. I'm not gonna add any water, nothing, just dry roast with the spices. In that case, your potato gonna be really flavorful. And at the same time, I'm adding around 1/4 teaspoon or maybe 1 pinch of turmeric powder. This turmeric powder particularly I'm using just to give a little bit of golden color. I don't want my dish too white. You can avoid this part, but try to add a little bit, like 1 pinch of turmeric powder. So now I'm gonna fry my potato at least 3 to 4 minutes. So after around 4 minutes, you can see my potatoes are quite golden now. They actually have a little bit of fried color on them. And now this is the time I'm adding my all chunky piece of pointed gourd. You can see I took all the skin off and then I washed it and I cut them half in the middle. And these pointed gourd are really like tender, so they're gonna cook very quickly. So now I'm gonna fry these potatoes and this pointed gourd together at least 2 to 3 minutes. Still, I'm not adding any water, just I'm gonna dry fry them. I'm gonna add around 1 tablespoon of salt because I didn't use any salt still. So now I'm adding my salt here. So after 3 minutes of frying, now I'm gonna cover my pot and I'm gonna cook this pointed gourd and potato together at least 2 minutes. So after 2 minutes, I uncovered my pot and you can see they are a little bit like half done now because potatoes are quite soft and pointed gourd, as I said, they are very tender. They're not gonna take too long. So they are also quite cooked. So now I'm gonna add around 1 tablespoon or 1.5 tablespoon of powdered milk. I'm using Nido, which is a full fat powdered milk. And try to use powder milk. If you don't have powder milk, just use normal full fat liquid milk. Still gonna be the same result, but this milk gonna give really nice kind of richness and really nice kind of creaminess because it's korma, so it need to be a little bit rich and very flavorful. So that's why I'm adding this powder milk directly in my vegetables. And now I'm gonna fry them for another 1 minute. Still, I didn't add any water. You can see it's still dry. So I'm gonna fry them with the powdered milk 1 minute more. So powdered milk are mixed up properly with the vegetable, they dissolve, and now I'm gonna give a little bit of gravy. So I'm gonna add around half cup of boiling water. This curry or this korma not gonna be too thick or not gonna be too thin. So you make sure you are adding proper amount of water. Don't add too much water at first, otherwise it's gonna be like really bland and really runny and it's gonna be a big disaster. So just add a little bit of water that's gonna help to boil or cook your vegetable properly, and at the same time you're gonna get a little bit of gravy, not too much. So now I'm gonna cover my pot and cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes. So after 3 minutes of cooking, I uncovered my pot and you can see they are really done. Potatoes are done, vegetable is done. Now I'm adding 3 green chilies. I cut them in the middle. They're gonna release a little bit of spiciness and a little bit of flavor. If you are not a spice lover, just avoid this part, but trust me, if you add a little bit of green chili, they give really beautiful flavor in your final dish. So after another 1 minute, now my dish is almost done actually, and now I'm gonna add around 1 tablespoon of ghee or clarified butter. If you don't have ghee or Asian ghee, you can add clarified butter or any kind of butter, but I have traditional Bengali ghee, so I'm using around 1 tablespoon of ghee. You can cook the whole dish with ghee, but I'm trying to make it a little bit healthier. That's why I cooked the dish in vegetable oil, but at the end I'm using this ghee just to give the proper flavor. In that case, you are not like having too much fat, but at the same time you are getting the flavor. So my dish is done now. After adding the ghee, I'm gonna switch off my hob and I'm gonna serve it. So my dish is done. So here you go guys, this is my pointed gourd and potato korma is ready for you, and as you see it's a very yummy dish and very simple to make. Just few simple ingredients you need to add and that's it, your vegetable is done. And trust me, if you serve it with pilau rice or biryani or even with plain boiled rice, that's one of the dish you're gonna like eat, maybe you want to eat every day. It's so good and it's very good for your body as well. So I hope you're gonna make this recipe and share with your friends and family and neighbors. And don't forget to like and subscribe my channel and follow my recipes and share my recipes with your friends, family and neighbors. And I hope you're gonna make it and enjoy it with your family. So bye bye, tata, take care.